She was only 8 years old when a beast of a dad started abusing her. Abigail, not her real name though, is on the hot seat and shares her story.
I can still remember the day my mom remarried. I was only 8 years old, but I could sense the excitement in the air. My mom was glowing with happiness, and I was thrilled to have a father figure in my life. Little did I know that my world was about to come crashing down. At first, everything seemed perfect. My stepdad, let's call him John, showered us with love and attention. He took us on family outings, bought me toys, and even helped me with my homework. I felt like the luckiest girl in the world, finally having the family I had always dreamed of. But the dream soon turned into a nightmare. My stepdad's affection slowly turned into something sinister. He would touch me inappropriately, make profane comments, and even force me to watch pornographic videos. Mind you, for an 8-year-old at the time, these were things I didn't understand, but I just had to go with it. Of course, that was my dad, a dad I've always wished for. I was terrified, confused, and utterly alone. I couldn't tell my mom. I was afraid she wouldn't believe me or that it would tear our family apart. I remember vividly one day he came home drunk, so my mom was angry and asked him not to sleep beside her in bed. So he had nowhere else to go than the sitting room where I normally sleep. This man did things to me that day, things I was too young to understand. The memories of that day, I still want to forget, but can't. Till this day, that was my worst day. The abuse continued for years, each incident more traumatic than the last. John would threaten me, saying that if I told anyone, he would hurt my mom or send me away to a boarding school. I lived in constant fear, my childhood stolen from me, sugar-coated. The sad thing is, I am old enough to marry now, but the trauma I went through as a child makes me scared of men. When I am with a partner and I am being touched, my mind goes right back to my stepdad. I feel disgusted. This has really affected all my relationships. I don't know what to do. I need help.
I don't care where you come from. Once somebody calls you dad, oh daddy, oh father, you have a responsibility to keep that person safe. But people are doing really weird things these days, insane things, crazy things these days. How can you take someone calls you father? Like, how can you sleep with such a person? A step daughter for that matter. You mess up her life, traumatize her for years, and now she can't even do anything for herself. People are doing really crazy things these days. First of all, I think this lady has to first confront her stepdad. You see, sometimes you avoid these things or confrontation or I don't want to bring it out and all that, but it's been years and you are still not okay. You are still suffering from that. Perhaps right now he's still doing the same thing to other people, to maybe your siblings or to other people. You have to expose him for the villain that he is. So it will also give you an opportunity for you to vent, pour yourself out there. You see, a lot of these things happen daily, but because they don't come out, most of the time they don't come out, it gives these predators the opportunity to keep doing these things to other people. Once you voice these things, you say these things, other people in their such a situation can also come out. You see, we can't stop these people because once they are inside, they are in their own four walls, and then they can do anything they like. But once you bring them out and we are able to shame them, then the others will change. You can't do this for a kid and then expect them to be the same. 8 years. Moreover, this privacy thing doesn't work, whereby families try to keep this thing under wraps, oh papa, and people will talk and all that, what people say, and those things. It doesn't help anybody. It only further helps these people to do these things to other people. By now, I'm sure maybe in the house, there are other kids here and there, and he might be doing this thing to them. You see, this protecting people for their sins doesn't really help, because it only further hurts other people too. By now, if she has said something to the mom earlier, I'm sure by now maybe that marriage would have ended, and then it will protect some kids too from your family. But no, you didn't say anything. Now, years later, he might have done that to several other girls. You see, so we need to really shame these people to let them see that these things are not acceptable. I was thinking you should prosecute. I don't know how much you want to put this in the open though. I understand that for some people they want to be a little private, but prosecution also helps. It gives you that closure. It gives you that boost to know that okay, you won. To all mothers out there, please be close to your kids. Get close to them. Hear them out. See what's really worrying them. You never know. To all fathers out there, please stop this craziness. Abba, it's too much. Everyone has a story to tell. Tell yours. It could help somebody. It could save somebody's life. If you have a story to share with the world, leave your comment in the comment section below and I'll reach out to you. Always remember to be a good person, because if we are all good, there will be no need to lock ourselves in our rooms. Be a good person for everyone. Adios.